Approximately 36 million packages are delivered to Americans every day, and a majority of those packages are delivered on a step van. On this episode of WorkWhere, watch as I get a first-hand experience at fixing some of these step vans, and I chat with owner and operator Matt about his thoughts on today's workforce.
It scares me for my kids and my kids' kids, you know.
I'm Cody Heckber. I'm traveling from one small town to another, trying to learn everything I can about the diverse and unique workplaces right in our own backyard.
Ooh, yeah, be careful, gentlemen. It's a little risky.
A lot of people don't want to be hands-on anymore.
I hope to gain first-hand experience and learn about the challenges and the rewards of their professions. Join me as I discover the heart and soul of America's workforce, one work environment at a time. This is WorkWhere. If you've seen a delivery truck on the road today, more than likely it was fixed by somebody at Marshals Motors. Matt Zimmerman, second generation owner and operator of Marshals Motors, takes us all the way back to the 80s where this whole thing got started. What made him want to start this in 83?
He's always been a car guy. His brother, Raleigh, kind of got him started in the car business. Certainly started out buying and selling cars and trucks, just like you see most of your typical used car dealers, in 95, 96, he was able to buy a lot of Frito-Lay step vans, and it just kind of took off from there.
Before I get to try my hand at welding, I get put to a little bit more simple of a task. What's the task that we have to do today?
Okay, so the task is we have to cut a lower panel for this truck, and then we just follow the line down, straight down.
Is it aluminum? Is that what we're cutting?
Yeah, this is aluminum, and you're gonna get all kinds of shavings coming off, getting back into your face. That's why you wanna wear the safety glasses.
Got it.
The goggles is for the sound, it's loud. It's better to be safe than sorry. And I got it set up to where you can just walk on it, so you ain't gonna bend it. So you just go down, however you wanna do it, whether you wanna just walk it, or you wanna go down and kneel it and walk it down, you know what I mean? You can take your time, just keep it straight.
Perfect. Replacing the sheeting on one of these step vans is just one of the many things that they can do here. And yes, comment section, these are new boots. The guys at the shop already gave me crap.
Did it. Oh yeah.
Look at that, I did it.
Yep, that's good enough.
A lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, honestly.
Yeah, that's the easy part of it.
I'm sure it is.
The rest of it is the little bit technical stuff.
Yeah. I appreciate you teaching me how to do this.
Oh yeah, man.
I know it was really simple, but it was really fun.
Hey, I didn't have to cut it.
What year would you have joined forces with your dad here?
I graduated in 98, and right out of high school I went and worked some road construction because, you're right out of high school and Dad can't pay you enough at home. I was able to make a lot more money, and Dad wanted me to go get that experience, and I went and did it. I don't regret it, but I'm not sure why I ever left, because I knew what I had going here.
Today we're going to be welding this bumper. Is that what this is?
We built a new bumper here, and we had to put some mounts on the back of the truck, welding up our brackets here so we can get it mounted up to the back of the truck here.
With welding, there's always an element of safety.
But we'll be MIG welding this today with this MIG welder over here. And
did you say MIG or MIG?
MIG.
A MIG is a metal inert welder.
And if you just got your helmet down, I can kind of show you.
Yep.
We've got this piece here just for testing. And, you just want to be a little off the metal. You certainly don't have to be down here on it. So you raise it up just a little bit, and if you want to give it a whirl here.
Yeah.
We'll just use that test piece right there, and you just...
So I'm just pushing this button down right here?
Yep, you just hold it
And I'm going back, pulling back, or going forward?
You should go forward.
Go forward.
If you can get your hand steady somewhere, or your arm or something, so you can kind of hold the same distance away as a good goal. You're gonna want to get a little bit closer than that.
So is this the best way to hold it, or am I supposed to hold it like this, or like
whatever way you're more comfortable with?
Is there
really.
a spot where I shouldn't touch, like up here? Or?
Yeah, you don't want to touch. Stay back on the plastic.
On the plastic, okay.
But just like that right there, I would just kiss that off on the side.
So push the button, kiss it, and then go for it. Oh,
Whoop, that's all right.
I see.
You're
okay.
good. There you go.
One big thing that Matt had taught me was to push the weld forward and with a little zigzag back and forth motion. That'll help ensure that the metal and the weld penetrate perfectly.
If you push the weld, you're pushing that heat through that metal. You know what I'm saying? You drag it, it's going to be a little easier to get that cold weld. You follow me?
Got it. Yeah, totally makes sense. So is it like a wide, or is it more of like a narrow, just kind of like back and forth zigzag kind of movement?
Back and forth zigzag.
Okay.
Yep.
The challenge, I mean, I know I've only done 3 lines of welding, but the challenge I've already found, like right when I go, you see your natural light, and then once that light kicks on,
it goes
it's like, you gotta go. There's no time to just like let it sit there, because it's gonna, is it called beating up, or
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So if you were gonna weld this and you had a longer piece, would you just like nick that off,
Yep,
like on the side and not worry about it?
Absolutely. Okay. And you can see on the side of this ground strip, we've done that before.
Got it.
See, we just kiss that off because even right there, we got too much wire sticking out.
Yeah, I didn't even notice this. What is this?
That's your ground strip. So you have to be grounded in order to create the arc. You
grounded to the piece you're...
Absolutely.
So like you can't just ground it to something random.
No, it needs to be grounded to the piece that you're metaling.
Got it,
or
okay.
Piece that you're welding.
Got it. All right, let's try this again.
Here's a WorkWhere fun fact. The first patent for a welding process was in 1885.
So if you had one piece of advice for me with these welds versus the last weld I did, what would you say?
Slow down.
Slow down.
Just a little bit.
Slow down.
Your last weld looks the best.
Yeah.
We could still get a little better penetration in that weld.
I'm not going to lie. I appreciated Matt for teaching me, but I was so frustrated that I could not get this right away.
Bending the metal. The metal should bend before the weld breaks, if it's a proper weld.
Yeah.
So
Not if they're like this, though.
Correct.
Do you think our generation or my generation has issues asking how to even just like, how do you weld? How do you run this? How do you do?
I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I do. I don't think there's the desire to do the manual labor in the kids today. They all want to sit behind a computer and make 6 figures. And they don't want to do the manual labor. I think that it's going to do nothing but get worse, in my opinion, over the next decade. It scares me for my kids and my kids' kids.
Fear not, Matt, as there's definitely hope that lies ahead. And that's exactly what I want with this show. I want to travel, I want to hear your stories, and I want to learn everything that I can that truly does make all generations great.
Did it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Did it.
Yep, that's good enough.